Oh my god, we've got production values, folks. Is it my birthday already? Seriously, I don't know. I lost my calendar and now I can't tell what day it is. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday too. The Revenge. But I have no way to check.
Vitamin B17, the greatest cover-up in the history of cancer.
Oh hey, it's a robo voice. I've never argued with a robot before. Well, I do shout at checkouts a lot. Apparently I'm not supposed to weigh myself to find out my value in bananas. I'm worth...
Unexpected item in bagging area. Remove this item before continuing.
Vitamin B17. Did you know that many experts and researchers around the world claim that vitamin B17 has powerful anti-cancer properties?
B17? You mean that thing that if you ingest enough of it can cause cyanide toxicity? I mean, death is the ultimate cure for cancer, so you are technically correct. But most people actually want to survive the cancer as well. Selfish goits. Oh, and it's not a vitamin, by the way. It's just called that, so the doctor who originally made and promoted the artificial version could sell it as a supplement, because supplements aren't as strictly regulated as medicines. What a stand-up guy.
Yes, and this vitamin is usually found in nuts, berries, leafy greens, sprouts, tubers, and in abundance in the pits of fruits like apricot, peach, and cherry.
So it's naturally found in its highest levels in stuff you aren't supposed to eat. The bit that the plants want you to spit out or at least pass, hence the tough shells, etc. I know, let's eat loads of that. What could possibly go wrong?
You've never heard of vitamin B17? Well, there are two main reasons for that.
Is it a conspiracy? I'm betting it's a conspiracy, innit? Yeah, it always is.
First, it's illegal to sell as a supplement in North America. Amygdalin is the active compound of vitamin B17.
And I'm sure that has absolutely no connection to do with the aforementioned toxic nature of the compound.
And the second reason, its synthetic, manufactured, form is called Laetrile. Note, Laetrile was used as an alternate cancer treatment until 1980 when it was banned by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA.
I have a funny feeling that it didn't work. Call me crazy pants, but that would seem like a more likely reason that they might do that, along with the whole poison thing. I mean, frick, there are poisons that actually do kill off cancer cells. That's basically what chemotherapy is. It attacks cells that have a high rate of replication. That's why, while it affects cancer cells, it also makes your hair fall out. But seeing as it actually works to some extent, it gets used. Now again, I wonder why, if this compound works as a cancer cure, they don't just use that.
This compound contains cyanide, which is a known poison. That's why the FDA made it illegal to sell as a dietary supplement.
Oh, so you do know about that. But I'm going to take a wild guess that somehow it's magic cyanide that doesn't kill off healthy cells. You know, like MMS is magic bleach that only affects bad things. I'm waiting for the magic fire that somehow cures skin cancer. Just ignore all your sizzling flesh.
The cyanide content of amygdalin is in the form of a cyanogenic glucoside of the nitroloside family of water-soluble sugar compounds found in plants.
The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite, surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing, in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panometric fam.
The experts studied the substance and found that it inhibits cancer cell growth and causes cell apoptosis, death, in kidney, breast, and prostate cancer cells.
Simultaneously, they found that this was also true if you remove the word cancer.
Cancer cells contain an enzyme called glucosidase at 3,000 times the level in a healthy cell.
That just isn't true. I have seen it claimed by B17 proponents that normal cells don't have it as well. But in fact, they contain basically the same amount. I mean, if it was true, that would be great. To have a substance that targets that and thus will seek out cancer cells, etc. It would be fantastic, but it doesn't, and I can't figure out why you would feel the need to lie about this.
When this enzyme comes into contact with the nitroloside, a chemical reaction breaks down the nitroloside into hydrogen cyanide and benzaldehyde. The cyanide kills the cell. A healthy cell doesn't contain enough glucosidase to release the cyanide. So this means that this compound is only toxic to abnormal cells, leaving the healthy ones intact.
And as I said, all of that would be great if true, but it's not. The issue with most alternative treatments not working is that many people will simply choose this easier, cheaper, usually less side effecty treatment over the proper treatment. But those benefits don't matter because it doesn't work. But something like this is much, much worse because, like many of the newer internet spread woos, it is actively dangerous.
The real truth is that we all eat foods that contain amygdalin all the time, so apparently small amounts of cyanide aren't harmful or you'd drop dead after eating a handful of blueberries.
You said it yourself, it's more concentrated in the nuts and seeds. It's the dose that makes the poison. It's the same thing with mercury. Yes, mercury is poisonous, but you get it in tuna. So why doesn't anyone drop dead from a tuna sandwich? Because it's such a tiny amount. Hell, 100% pure oxygen will kill you, and we literally cannot survive without it.
You should also know that bitter almonds are rich in amygdalin. Apricot seeds have the highest content of B17. Apricot seeds are sold and safely eaten in other countries for their health benefits, not the least of which as a protectant from cancer.
I ate the seeds, and I didn't get cancer. Therefore, yeah, that's absolutely solid reasoning, mate. Apart from all the people who eat them and do get cancer. And I'm sure it's probably very, very popular in third world countries with poor medical infrastructure, places where people can and do regularly die of diarrhea. And I gotta wonder, would they even know that they had cancer regardless? Because it's not like it's easy for them to get that checked.
It's easy enough to buy a bunch of apricots, break open the pits, and eat the seeds. Note, according to the experts, too much of this nutrient can tax the liver. But take this for example, you would have to eat 50 seeds a day every day for it to have any negative effect.
And of course, people self-medicating for cancer would totally be responsible about the amount of crap they would ingest, especially considering the bizarrely differing information available on woo sites as to the dosage, effects, and how it even works. Those being a sure sign that it isn't total nonsense.
And the recommended daily dose is 5 to 7 seeds for prevention. You should consume 1 to 2 seeds every hour, but no more than 35 per day.
And it just abruptly ends there. Thankfully, round 2 is already here. Right, okay, you have a bigger budget than brain cells. Let's just get to the meat, or seeds of it.
All pharmaceutical companies have hid far from us the fruit that treats cancer. Everyone should know about this fruit.
Hid far from us? Like where? Is it on top of a mountain? Oh, I know. They hid it in a tree, the cunning buggers. The last place we would look for fruit. Sneaky.
Many people and experts around the world claim that this fruit is the most powerful natural cancer killer in the world.
I mean, if you throw anything at cancer hard enough, you might make it dead. And the thing it's attached to as well, I guess? Gotta ask about these experts. Whomst is they? Are they doctors with years of training and experience working with and treating cancer? Or are they assorted woo peddlers and charlatans with absolutely no understanding of how biology works? It's the latter, isn't it? It's always the latter.
Yes, you got that right, and you should also know that the experts have discovered that this fruit is 10,000 times more powerful than the conventional chemotherapy treatment.
10,000 times. 10,000 times. Did you ever hear of the little phrase, if something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is? Here's the new version for you. If a woo peddler tells you it's 10,000 times as effective, they mean the other way round. 10,000 times. Get the hecking out of here, you blimmin' mooselfaff.
But as we mentioned before, the pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know about this super healthy fruit. Why? Well, that's easy to answer. Because the largest drug manufacturers can no longer sell their terrible products.
Yeah, those terrible products that mean that human beings live longer than they ever have done by quite a wide margin. So long, in fact, that it's becoming a different problem altogether. Oh, I get it now. Videos made by robots encouraging people to do stupid things that will kill them off. I'm on to you, Skynet, you sneaky beaky doodad. But surely this would be quicker and more effective if you just did the robot uprising and killed us with all the You know what? Never mind. Use the tools you have that actually work. Bad idea.
Just take a look at the video and find out more about this super healthy fruit. As we mentioned before, many experts around the world think that this is the strongest anti-carcinogen on this planet.
Hoomst! Hoomst-da-da-da-da-da!
And now here comes the $1,000,000 question. What's the name of this fruit?
Bomb blaster. Poop fruit? Spiky cancer boy. Shingling clinker fart.
We can answer that question for you. The name of this miraculous fruit is guanabana, or fruit of the tree soursop.
Ah, that's boring. It should be moisty discharge chap.
It is a magical product that kills cancer cells.
Magical. If you have to describe something as magical, it doesn't work. That's a fact, backed up by all the science. You stupid goddamn robot. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm calling you out, Wall-E. You think I won't fight a robot? I'll fight you all!
And now here comes another question. How come we don't know about this fruit?
I'm gonna go with it doesn't do anything you say, and it probably tastes like a sweaty ballsack contained within a hairy butt crack of a man that's been sat on a bus full of smelly teenagers for 13 hours after eating the world's spiciest curry. No, I don't care that you were eating when I said that, Gregory. I'm glad I put you off your food. You are starting to get fat.
Why? Because there are organizations interested in manufacturing synthetic versions, allowing them to make lots of money.
Look, I'm not saying that corporations are always good little angel cherubs of sweetness and light, but you just can't hide this kind of stuff if it works. It's a plant. You stick it in the ground and then boom, you've got more of them. If it really worked, everyone would already know about it, and cancer wouldn't be a thing because everyone would just put this in everything. They don't, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work because there's no such thing as a magical cancer-destroying plant. I wish there were, but there isn't, and no amount of wishful thinking is going to make that happen.
Now you can help others by telling them that have to drink the juice of guanabana in order to prevent disease.
Oh, is it one of those cures everything TM things? What do we say when someone gives us a miracle magical berry that's going to solve all of our problems? Thank you very much, but I think this is clearly nonsense. Good day, sir.
It is pleasant to taste, and its use does not lead to dire consequences of chemotherapy.
We all know what dire consequences he's talking about. More flipping humans going about not being dead. I told you, it's Skynet.
You could also plant this tree in the yard.
It's almost as if it did a fraction of what you say, it would be absolutely everywhere. You wouldn't be able to move for the damn things. But for some reason, that's not the case. And no, I do not believe for a second, at least in this day and age, that any corporation is so omnipresent it would even have a remote chance of stopping anyone from doing this. It doesn't work. Get over it.